We're officially at the point in this season where we need to find our better angels and make amends where necessary. But what if we don't contain multitudes? Welcome back to the Trading Desk. My name is Ebube, and this is the Popcorn for Dinner podcast. Here on the Trading Desk, we delve deeper into the nuances of HBO's industry as a follow-up to the more immediate coverage by Bankole and AJ, and this week, myself, that happens right here on the Popcorn for Dinner feed every Sunday night, right after the industry episodes air. We're also going to be previewing the next episodes and discussing not just what we know, but what we can expect. And I guess this week we can expect chaos, retribution, maybe fire and brimstone, definitely a lot of fallout, because Tender might finally be imploding and Stern Tower is up, but somehow they're also down. I don't know if we're ever going to see Eric again. Is that fine? I'm not sure. Is Baylor okay? He's not okay either, but I'm fine. I'm definitely fine. Still. So, first of all, AJ is here, which is a great thing. AJ, hi. Please help.
Hi. Dear Henry.
Oh, God.
I'm scared.
Honestly,
he said it multiple times and my skin was just crawling. I'm like, okay, you need to stop. We get it. Dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great. It's essentially a great motif for the episode, I think, and obviously they called the episode Dear Henry, so there was a lot that they were trying to do in terms of showing Whitney's state of mind. Like, I think on some level this was supposed to be the episode with the Whitney introspective, and we did kind of get that. We saw him actually worrying about stuff. I think he complimented, he complimented, I would say, Henry in terms of that episode that we had about Henry's own life, but I don't think they went into as much detail here. And he was contemplating the value of his own life and whether he should find a new way to escape, Rishi style. But I guess he didn't do that. But thankfully, this week we have an expert to work things out with. Emike is here, people. And I'm very happy about this. Emike, hi.
Hi. Yeah, very happy to be here. It's been great watching and listening to all the commentary. So now I get to share mine instead of just messaging Bankole and Ebube with my thoughts. I can actually say them.
Okay. Is there anything that you had an immediate reaction to that you wished you could have shared, but you haven't had the chance to so far about the episodes up until this point before we start to look into the future?
I mean, there are so many things. There are so many things that have happened. That's a very difficult question because I've had a reaction to everything. But one thing I had a reaction to on you guys' commentary from earlier this week was you guys sound very positive about Eric's outcome. And I completely disagree. And I know that it's open-ended. And so, whatever happens, who knows? But you guys talking about, now maybe he can raise his daughters. Eric has two options in my head. Like, he's either going to turn himself in or he's going to run. I mean, there is hardcore...
both of those before spending time with his family?
If I were him, God forbid, I can never be him. But if I knew, if I don't even want to know anyone who's done what he's done. But anyway, my advice, if I had to give advice to someone who was in his... Actually, no, I don't even know how to start this sentence. But anyway, I feel like spending time with the daughter that is the same age as the person that he actually technically molested, like that counts as what, child molestation? Maybe. I don't even know what the charge would be when they eventually come and pick him up.
Statutory rape, most likely.
Statutory rape is going to probably put him in the position that when they eventually catch him, that relationship he's building is going to even be received in a worse way than if he just distances himself. His family can
so you feel like he can't
before this comes out.
Wow. Okay.
What were you going to say?
No, like you feel like he can't even, just like he can't have that. Like basically every avenue for connection with his family is gone because you think it has a ticking time bomb.
It's the best thing he can do. It's the only good thing he can do for his daughters, apart from putting their 10 million back, not even giving them any way for that 10 million to grow. He's very wicked. But apart
He
from
took
that,
the money and then he
the
just
best
put it
thing,
back. It's like, aren't you supposed to be growing their inheritance?
like, wouldn't you at least beg Harper to just help you invest this thing and ask her to put it back? I mean, I don't even think she would. But
I think Harper
I
would
think the
care
best
for
thing he
for
can
the
do is
kids.
just distance himself.
Yeah.
You think Harper would care for his kids?
Yeah.
When it comes out what he's done?
See, she's selfish, but she's not wicked.
Yeah, even before it comes out, like, assuming it ever does come out, like, I do think she would do it. Like, I know she finally met one of them and, like, she was like, so you're her. So clearly they've all heard about each other and, like, in the end, they're all Eric's daughters, right? So.
I did want more
that's a
of
very nice
that,
read on Harper.
to be honest, like more of like, okay, what do they think about Harper? Like the kids, the twins. Like, are they like jealous
when
of
she said,
them?
"Oh,
Like, 'cause
you're
she's like, oh, you're
her,"
her. I'm like,
I thought,
let's explore
but
that.
I thought she
What do you
meant.
mean?
Yeah, sorry. I thought she meant that's like one of her dad's like girlfriends. I thought she just completely read Harper as like, oh, you're with my dad. I didn't really see it because the way she said her, it didn't come across as like, oh yeah, you're my dad's business partner.
Interesting. I feel like she thought she has a pretty good idea of who Harper is and like how they work together and all that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That was
honestly,
my
I
thought.
feel for Eric, he has two options: to die or to turn himself in, not to run away.
Yeah.
That guy's not running away. There's no running he can do.
He
Where would he
could.
run to?
Australia? I don't know. Somewhere far.
Australia.
Yeah.
That's
No,
hilarious.
he has
As
to go
far
to
as he
jail.
can get. I mean, yeah. He's
Yeah.
probably a flight risk. The person
He
who
is.
took that video will just be monitoring his movements. Yeah.
It depends
think it's
on
over for
where,
him.
because obviously, like, we all agree it's Whitney, right? Like, it's clearly Whitney.
Yeah. But well,
Yeah.
it's the people that Whitney is working for, I guess.
Working for.
Yeah. So, I mean.
See, this is the thing. Sorry, this was another thing that I had thoughts on. Because I feel like the read is very much like, oh, he is the one doing this stuff. And did you guys watch The Handmaid's Tale?
Yes. I didn't quite finish it, though. I'm somewhere
Me too.
in the
Okay.
beginning of season 4.
Is it okay for me to say spoilers or no?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, we can spoil a little bit of The Handmaid's
Thinking about
Tale.
the audience. Okay, I'll try not to give a proper spoiler, but essentially, I see him as Nick in The Handmaid's Tale right now.
Because, yeah,
where
he's the
it's
same
like-
guy.
No, I mean, apart from the actor, like what
Oh,
you
I
are
see.
doing is the
Hmm.
same thing. You are evil and you're doing wicked stuff, but you are being controlled by people who are even more evil. And you have this weird thing where you have a fixation on one of your victims. Again, same, like you have that infatuation, you're obsessed. Some might even say you're in love, but it's just this really, really intense obsession. And it makes you question your humanity and question your allegiance and question what you're even doing. That's how I see Whitney right now. I see him as Nick. So yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I feel Whitney is like, I mean, clearly it's been said, he's trying to make something out of nothing. I don't think like there's a higher power that's like in control or like giving him directions. It's just like he's a random guy trying to like climb to the top, but the blocks he's using is people. So he's just like wicked and evil by himself. Like there's no big guy at the top. But then that's why I feel. But I don't know.
So how did you read that conversation where they're being like, oh, so how did you get into this, or how did they get you? Like, how did you read that? With
What
when they were
path?
talking about the Russians, when Whitney was talking about the Russians, just after, I think it was just after he was looking
I
at his
thought
passport.
that
or
was
something.
what's his name? The other guy with the accent. Hey.
Ferdinand?
There we go. Yeah.
You mean the
I thought
CFO
both
guy, the
him
CFO of
and-
IBM Bauer?
Yeah, the CFO. Yeah, I thought both of them were basically having a conversation about how they got roped into this thing.
Sure,
From
they
the
were roped in,
stats?
but Ferdinand was talking about, first of all, how it was hilariously easy for him to actually agree. They had him doing some stuff, then they had that stuff that they were going to hold against him. Like they had that on him. So it was like join us or or else. And she just joined. And the thing is, it wasn't just that they're the ones who sent that girl. Like, the seeds are planted throughout the episode. Like, if you really look at the episode, little by little, in quick succession, but little by little, they are actually giving us everything we need to truly understand what has gone down. Because right after Eric has that realization, like literally the next morning, it's like, Ferdinand calls Whitney and says we've dealt with our square mile issue, which essentially is a way of referring to the hedge fund guy, right? And like square mile, like that area, hedge funds, money. So if you link that to what Haley said before, where she says, "Oh, look what you sent my little cousin to do with that hedge fund guy," like her cousin
Mhm.
I mean,
that
yeah,
she's
she
talking
did
about
say Dolly,
is Dolly
yeah.
Hotel Girl. And apparently, if you
Yeah.
watch
Yeah, she
episode
said
one,
Dolly.
yeah, exactly, you can actually see in episode 1 that Dolly is part of the group that's having drinks with Haley
Yeah.
when she goes out, like when we first see
Right.
Haley and she's out with her friends. So all that stuff was there and it was linked and it was kind of in front of us, but not really. And in a clever way, I would say. So
Yeah.
I feel like Ferdinand, maybe that was his idea of what to do. Because when you really think about it, that means they planted this person. Like they planted this person in Eric's life from the jump. The same way
Yeah.
Whitney planted Haley in Henry and Yasmin's lives. Like she literally said,
Yeah.
right? He told me to be in your lives. So Whitney may be reprehensible, but the people on top of him are the ones that I'm kind of afraid of. I don't know what we're calling them.
That's
The
exactly
cabal.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. Like he's working for people. Like he's
Yeah.
doing all this stuff.
I wonder
under
how they
someone's
roped
thumb.
him in though. Like we've got a sense of how they roped Ferdinand, but I don't know how they
Ferdinand,
got
yeah.
Whitney. And I wonder if I think Jonah definitely didn't know. Like
Yeah.
Jonah probably was not aware of any of this, which is part of the reason Whitney
Yeah.
was like, we need to get rid of this guy. Like now we know why he was
Jonah would have sang like a canary.
yeah.
I'm screaming. Are we sure?
I think he would have done what he
Jonah?
would.
Actually,
Yeah.
He
I'm
was
pretty
so
sure he would have
vigilant.
done.
Really? Because I feel like he was more so okay. As long as we make money, we're good. Like it's fine. Whatever way we have to do it, and yeah, because he really wasn't someone that had a good head on his shoulder. To be honest, like no moral
Yeah, but
bone for him. So who knows? He might be
yeah.
all for it.
You also need the skill level to be able to be this covert though. I don't know that Jonah had that.
Mm, fair enough. I still don't. I don't know. I don't want to believe that like someone is controlling someone as evil as Whitney. And Ebube, you see, I was right. She wasn't shy. She looked at him and said, "This guy can kill me." Harper was, because she said, "Yeah." When you're talking about how like the structure to like running the funeral home, it just felt like, why are you talking about funerals like it's a business and not like a place where you go to like, like someone just
I mean,
passed. I knew she was terrified. Like you could see in her eyes that, oh, this is a stone cold killer. It
okay, so
wasn't like, oh,
you
I'm
don't think
shy.
it was disgust. You think it was fear.
It was fear. Yeah, it was fear. It was fear.
Interesting.
I'm like, oh my God, Whitney is so eerie, guys. Like, I'm so sorry. That guy is evil. He is so evil. Someone on Twitter, they're calling him the Riddler. And I'm like, yeah.
The Riddler
I
is
saw
crazy.
that.
The Riddler is crazy. I don't know. I think at one point I was wondering that passport that he's using to do his identity change and disappear. And it's a Lithuanian passport. I found myself
Mhm.
wondering, is Whitney the real person and the identity change is the Lithuanian guy? Or is it the other way around where Whitney is actually the alter ego he formed? I do think Whitney is his actual
I believe-
thing. Oh, you think it's the other way around? That he's
Absolutely. And
actually
I
the
feel like that's why
Lithuanian
he
guy.
was singing Whitney.
Whitney,
to
yeah, that's what
Harper.
they're saying on Twitter. I said, you guys are so hilarious. You
No,
guys,
because it's such a nice way of being like, hello, I'm a fraud, without
he is a
spelling it
fraud.
out.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, that's an
But
interesting
the
interpretation.
passport, the way he looked at the passport, he looks like he's from that country. I don't know if I'm meant to be saying this or
Yeah.
if it's the right thing, but he looked like, oh, this is your true, like, that's how you're meant to look.
Like
Like,
he's
you're meant to have
essentially
that
been
name.
hiding. Yeah, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? That's kind of why I considered it. I think Bankley and Ayo feel like Whitney is his actual identity, and
Mm.
the whole Lithuania thing is sort of the escape plan. But yeah, I have been kind of contemplating it since we talked about episode 6. You know, just this idea that maybe, just maybe, the Lithuanian version of him is the real version of him that's been kind of hiding underneath, like the beast beneath the boards, if you will. And
Mm.
maybe that actually would draw a parallel, or at least a line, to how he got involved with this quote unquote cabal, as we're calling them. I don't even know what we're supposed to describe them as. But yeah, I don't know. The whole thing from when he was singing that song, and I said this when we were talking about episode 6, right? I didn't get it at first because I was like, oh, so he was the one singing in the trailer. But then it's like, I thought it was just a joke on like based on the fact that his name is Whitney and he's singing Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
But the idea that he was doing it to kind of telegraph the notion that he is not who or what he says he is, or that this is kind of just, you know, a farce, a game, or that he's being controlled, or maybe just the fact that he needs love. I don't know. I don't know, like, because he clearly tried
Which
to make
love?
amends. I mean,
With who?
I mean, whoever will have him, like, his relationships have been destroyed at this point. He keeps saying dear Henry, because he wants him, right? But that relationship is never going to move
Ew.
forward, right? It's never going to move forward. And he tries to call Jonah and make amends, and Jonah's like, you know, he's basically
Is he
told
looking
tell him
for
to go away.
love
Did he
or
try to make
help?
amends? Yeah, I think it's sympathy. I think he's literally after sympathy. He wants
He's
someone
looking
to
for
just feel a
sympathy.
bit sorry for him.
Yeah.
So you don't think he's contrite at all?
Contrite, no. He's in this that speech that he gave along that backdrop of the I think it's Hungarian dance or something, one classical piece by Liszt.
Mhm.
Everyone should listen to that piece. It's phenomenal. But that speech was not a speech of someone who's contrite or someone who's looking to back down. He is guns blazing, like he is here to stay and here to win at all costs. I don't think he's contrite. Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Why do you think he's contrite?
It's not necessarily that. I mean, I just thought maybe, you know, everything is coming to a head now. He's now at a point where there's nowhere left to go. So it's like, what other option does he have but to, you know, go to someone like Jonah and say, hey, like, I don't know, maybe he just missed Jonah and wanted to hear his voice. Maybe on some level he's sorry that he had to do what he had to do. But now when we think about that scene from episode 1, it's like, was he trying to get Jonah out of the way so that Tender could move forward? Or was he also trying to get Jonah out of the way so that he doesn't get involved with people that he's clearly not serious enough to handle? So maybe he's trying to touch base with him and such.
Well, maybe there's a third option because Henry is not serious enough to handle them either, and Henry is the replacement. So I feel like the third option is that he was getting Jonah out of the way because he actually low-key cares about Jonah, and Jonah doesn't have it in him to actually like be part of this plan. And so he had to clear the way and put
that's
someone
what I'm saying.
there
Like he knows
who
that
can
Jonah is
pin it
not
on.
serious enough to handle this stuff. So he's like, we have to move you out because you're
No,
just
but
gonna
as
die
in-
here.
Well, yeah. So then he doesn't want to pin it on Jonah, as in he cares about Jonah too much to do that. But Henry, he's fine
Why
to
are
pin it
we
on.
humanizing Whitney? I am so confused. Why are we
No, this
doing
is a
this?
strategy.
Because
It's not about being like
no, because
okay, yeah. Saying he cares
What?
is humanizing
is
a bit.
it is
but,
it a
like, he can-
stretch? Like,
We're
'cause
trying to
even from
understand
the
his
sociopaths can
motives,
care
right?
about people. I think. I think
yeah, I mean-
sociopaths can care about people.
Yeah, but they can do it. Like, we're trying to understand, especially since we're trying to
Yeah.
understand his motives, right? Like,
yeah, but then if it's within the actual thing, like his literally him trying to turn Tender into a bank is to save his ass, his own ass, for the whole like, oh dang, like I've literally been scamming, well let's turn it into a bank and just put all of that under like the rug. So he's trying to push Jonah away because, bro, like, I need to do this thing because I don't want to get in trouble. And you're not going to let me because you're an unserious person. We actually need to turn this thing into a bank. So it wasn't a thing of like, oh, I need to save you. I'm going to do more evil. Go away so you can be far from the harm. No, it was more so you need to move so I can save myself. So I can turn this into what it's meant to be very honest. And then when we even think about his relationship with Henry, because like initially the episode started with him like, dear Henry, and I was confused. I'm like, bro, like, leave Henry alone. Or this dear Henry. But then at the end, we see the letter that she said, oh, I've been trying to, write and rewrite the beginning paragraph of this letter, da, da, da. So from the beginning of the episode, he already planned to pin everything on Henry. That's not
Not from the beginning of this episode, from the beginning. That's why we're saying that he cared about Jonah and he took him out of the way because he would have had to pin it on whoever the CEO was. So that would have been
bringing
Jonah.
Henry in wasn't ultimately to have like a scapegoat. It was more so, oh, I need a face that can actually turn this thing into a bank, as opposed to, oh, this whole thing falling apart is inevitable and I need a face for it. It was more so, I need your face, I need your name, so this thing can actually
That's so
stand.
interesting.
Because them
Because he was
becoming
very
a bank
confident.
yeah.
But them becoming a bank is essentially what would have saved them. Like that would have taken all the attention away from all the actual nonsense that they were doing. But I suppose it just didn't get that far. Like at this point, I don't think it's possible.
I think
Whitney's clearly disappeared. Jacob Oleander, the auditor that was favorable, has been fired by Henry. There's going to be a new audit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, just one more thing on that. The reason that I'm convinced he knew that they needed a scapegoat from day one is because if you really wanted your bank to be super successful, of all the people in the whole of London, even if we just stick to London alone, in fact, he's not even in London, so all the people in the whole of England, is it really Henry Muck that he looked at and he was like, oh yeah, this person is a great person to turn tender into a bank. He's very qualified to do, like,
well, I mean, he didn't need Henry to turn tender into a bank. He needed Henry to be a face of a tech company.
Yeah.
Because he's done it before. It's like, okay, this is basically his comeback story.
A failed tech.
He wanted somebody that the people would probably rally behind, seeing, like, once it's shown that, okay, he has the chops to move something forward. But then again, maybe he knew that Henry would kind of fail on some level.
Because the only thing we've seen him do is fail, like, throughout. So yeah, it's not like we saw
him so merciless.
Tech company.
Yeah, it's also the
He's
thing
the one that
like,
said it. He is literally the one that said this. I'm just telling you what he said.
I'm swimming.
Sorry, AJ, go ahead.
Oh my God. No, I was gonna say, like, it's also the thing of like Whitney wanting to use people that are vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
So he already knew Henry was like, okay, you're a very, useless person. Like, you really can't do much, but like your face and your name has power that I could use. So
he has real access
with Henry.
As an aristocrat.
He has access. So his purpose with using Henry, because I feel Whitney did not like foresee all of this happening. Like at all. Because knowing the kind of person he is, he would have planned. But he was so confident in the success of Tender turning into a bank that even Harper, to be very honest, like Harper, like, and then the whole thing with Jim, like all of this thing was just like, luck at the end of it, that, okay, yeah, they actually got you. So he was so certain, like everything was going to go according to plan.
Yeah,
but
that's
now,
fair.
like, I mean, yeah. Well, Yaz and Harper.
Yeah.
My sisters.
There's a lot that's going to come out of this. I do actually like, Emike, that you mentioned the music behind his speech. I'm guessing you're talking about his speech to Tony Day.
Yes,
that's kind of what I find it interesting what Tony Day said there, right? He's like, you can't backfill a lie and make it true.
That was one of my favorite lines.
Yeah. That's and it's funny because, that actually is sort of the through line of the season, and it's a slogan that they use in the marketing material for the season too. Lies move faster. And Whitney tells him, you will impoverish yourself, you will immiserate yourself. And I wasn't entirely sure that it was going to scare this guy really back into, their clutches, but it did, right? He's like, okay, I made
knew
a deal
it
with the
would.
devil. I need to stick with it, right?
Think about what he was saying. Like, can you imagine sitting down, waking up in a 3-star hotel somewhere random in the UK and no one is checking for you?
It's
Like, what
actually
kind of
crazy
life is that?
because it's really funny because as you're saying, right, when you really think about what was being said, it's actually a very bad outcome.
It was on my second watch that I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, this would have worked on anybody because
it's a pretty bad outcome. And
going from the sunshine in Accra to that.
Yeah, I think he said he's been in Accra for definitely more than 10 years. Like
15
I think almost 15 years,
something.
15 years, right? So yeah, like and throughout that, like the Hungarian Rhapsody number 2 in C minor is what's playing. And it was, I have to say, it was really funny for me seeing that song has that much aura outside of Tom and Jerry. But I think the rendition by Tiffany Poon was really, really good. Like really, really good here. And again, on the Tom and Jerry thing, there was actually like a cat and mouse chase happening in that moment. I really feel like that was intentional from the directors, from Mickey and Conrad, everything. Because why wouldn't it be? But yeah, obviously things have imploded. Now we have so many people off the board. We think about the fact that, from industry, the beginning of the show, the grads, it's literally only Harper and Yasmin left. And they don't even work in the back anymore. Eric is gone. Rishi is gone. Now Whitney seems to be gone, right? The only new player that we have that's still here is basically Haley. Kwabena is here. Sweet Pea is here. What's left? Like, what is actually left now on the table for these characters at this point? Like, what do you guys think is going to be kind of the trajectory for them? Like, is this going to end well? Are they going to still fight? Like, is there still going to be explosive conflict, or are they kind of going to rally around whoever's left?
I think for Harper, it ends well. She's taken too many hits, too many losses in such a short space of time. I think it ends well, and then at the very, very end, some kind of enemy or opponent comes up, taking us into the next season. It's either that or this whole thing ends. And I don't think this whole thing is ending, at least not for another season or so. But she needs someone to spar with. And that person is not Yasmin, at least not right now, in my view. Yasmin is going to need to pick herself up at some point.
Do you think Yasmin's marriage is over?
She's not a worthy financial opponent. Yeah. The marriage is done.
Just like that? You guys don't think she and Henry are going to work things out? Is it because he went out to the club and then end up in bed with 2 random people? Is that the reason? Or is it just because she had enough?
On this topic, you asked me if there was anything else I had to get off my chest. Yes. So,
said,
I'm not even the biggest Nollywood buff.
I'm between things right now.
like, there were so many Nollywood-esque elements of this episode. Him being like, baby, I'm a bit busy right now.
I'm screaming.
When she's screaming down the line, where are you? Where are you? I mean, how many times have we watched this play out in Nollywood?
It was actually crazy that it turned Yasmin into like just a disgruntled wife in this episode. Like literally right from the beginning when she's like, you told me you sucked that guy's dick in Winchester. I was like, whoa.
Yasmin was crashing out throughout.
Yeah.
And back to that, the wording of the insults. The only other place I've seen that level of creativity and campness with the wording is Nollywood. I felt like I was watching Blackberry Babes or like Oge Okoye saying like, you stink of poverty. The way they were just going back and forth with, like, in that opening scene, I couldn't believe how camp it was. It wasn't serious. Like, it was deeply unserious. And I really think that one of the writers or producers or directors, someone watches Nollywood.
Yeah. I think the marriage is going to still last.
Why do you think so?
Because for better or worse, Henry needs Yaz, and Yaz needs class. She needs money. She needs a name.
So you kind
if
of
he dies or something, she still has all that.
She's still but it's like, I don't think we're there yet for Henry to die. But anyways, that's beside the point.
Wait.
Henry,
whoa.
okay, I feel like where we
It's a TV show. Anything can happen. So.
anything.
Oh,
No, but
wow.
it needs to get really bad for him. Like really, really, really,
Okay, so let me
really
ask,
bad.
right? What do you guys think is going to happen next for Henry regarding Tender? Like, is he getting out from these accusations? Because we know the accusations are going to come. Like, can his name, can his pedigree, can his relationship with his relation to Alexander Norton save him here? Like, can his privilege actually get him out of this one?
I don't no, but he's going to fight for it. He's
Okay.
going to fight for it. He's going to struggle because he's not going to let this fail like Lumi failed. He will not. He will
Okay.
actually. We're going to see Henry fight and fight and fight.
Not
He would
because he cares
lose,
about it, but because he
but he
doesn't want to be
cannot
seen as a
just
failure
fail
again. Right. Okay.
again. Yeah, we're not. He's not going to have that. But the thing is that, like, obviously, Tender is not going to succeed. So we're going to see Henry like probably figure it out one way or the other, and then a huge collapse that will be. It might probably not be in this season, but like a huge collapse is going to happen to Henry, and well, then maybe he will just do what his father did. But yeah, not now. Not now.
My question is, what bigger collapse can we possibly see without it resulting in death? We've already seen him literally already encroaching
Try to
on
kill
death.
himself.
So how much further can he experience a downfall or tragedy or difficulty without it being death, in your view?
I feel like if he's able to mend his relationship
Just because you're
with
saying
Yasmin,
it's going to get worse. So yeah, that's what I was just wondering.
yeah, like if he can mend his relationship with Yasmin, as hard as I think that's going to be, maybe he has something. He told her in this episode, in episode 6, that he thinks she needs him because that's how she's necessary,
Carve the space for
which is
herself or
a
something.
wild thing to say to your wife. But
it's true.
well, yeah, I mean, we know that Yasmin wants relevance somehow. Like Yasmin at this point, she could have tried to get good at her job at the bank. She could have made a quiet living for herself, and she could have just existed, right? But she wants more. I think she needs a certain level of privilege to truly be the person that she believes she is, and I think she also wants to make sure that she wins, not just on her own, but against Harper. Like if Harper is succeeding, she's like, I can't be the one who's failing, because she's essentially been kind of, especially in season 1, right, when they were grads, that friend who like, I want you to do well, but not necessarily better than me. Like it's not an accident that she starts trying to hook up with Rob after she finds out that that Harper likes him, which obviously dick move. So they've always had that kind of weird relationship. Yasmin has kind of always been that kind of friend. So now that Harper is basically on top of the world, even though emotionally she's not, right? Like she's gotten everything that she wanted, but at what cost? So now for Yasmin, if she takes Henry back, then he has a chance. But the thing is, while Henry may want to fix that relationship, but Henry wants to fix that relationship, but I don't know if Yasmin is interested in that, especially now that she's forging a new path with Haley.
It would be so bold of Yasmin to just forsake Henry.
Yeah, I mean,
try and leave Henry. But
it
then
would be
the thing is
bold, but I
that
think she's been emboldened, right? She's been emboldened partly by this Haley thing, but maybe she's also now seeing, okay, maybe the things that Henry did were not his fault, but he did say some crazy things to her.
Crazy. The thing is, it's probably going to be one of those, oh, you know what, I've tried love. I've tried to actually be a wife. And right now I'm just going to use you and have my way.
I mean, she told him in episode 2,
she's
if you do this to me again, I'm going to kill you.
Exactly. And the fact that she's even, because like, obviously when someone keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again, at some point you're like, you know what, I just don't care anymore. But she still cares. Like as of episode 6, she clearly still cares. So if it's going to be a situation of, oh, I'm here, but I'm not really for you, but she's not going to leave him. At least I believe she's not going to leave him. She's going to figure out something for herself to make her name for herself, but through Henry. But because Henry and Whitney, they still like, because I don't think Whitney is gone. Obviously, like, we still have to like
So you think
see
we're actually
something.
going to see him again, yeah?
Whitney, yeah. You
Emike, do you
don't
agree?
just go
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
There's nothing that made me think like we've seen the last of him in that last episode. As in, you think there's
Yeah.
a chance in the next episode we won't see him?
I'm wondering.
Hmm.
I can't help but wonder because the way he exited is like, okay, maybe now he's gone for a bit and now the characters have to kind of deal with the fallouts in the wake of what he has left behind.
No. He's a cockroach. Who did I call? Oh, him and Eric. Yeah.
Yes.
He'll just keep coming back to torment us over and over and
Okay,
over
but
and
what
over
about
again.
Eric? Do you guys at least agree that Eric is gone? Because that seems to be the
Eric
consensus.
is so gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric is gone. If
But
I see
I
Eric again, I have questions.
I don't know how they. I thought I was probably going to see him at least like the last 2 episodes, but then apparently he had done an interview sometime last year or whenever, I don't know, saying that was like literally his goodbye. So that's it for Eric, unfortunately. Because like,
The
what
only
if
way
he's
we
here
might
now?
see
Yeah.
is just like if he actually died, then they may
Oh.
just show a flash or something, or even the video may come up and be like spread around. But I don't think we're seeing him as in the live moving character,
Yeah.
like in the rest of the show.
But who's Harper going to spar with, right? Like, that's something to note.
Yes.
Because
Even with
Harper
Yes,
has-
can't spar with Harper in a non-emotional sense. She doesn't have it for the finance. She
That's
just
what I'm
doesn't have
saying.
it.
That's
Yeah,
why
so-
Yaz is going to power up with Henry. Like, or through Henry. Like,
yeah,
she might not be smart, but she has something.
and that's the thing though, like Harper is so competent and so powerful now. She, like, both Harper and
Yeah.
Yasmin have reached levels of power that are a far cry from where they started in this show. And it's an amazing
True.
testament to
True.
character progression. So
Yeah,
Harper,
they're not going to a pub anytime soon.
yes. So Harper at this point, right, she has everything, but now she doesn't have any equals, so to speak. Like, she has Kwabena, she has Sweet Pea, you know, and it's funny, right? Because they were the ones being mentored, but now they are mentors. Like, Harper is Sweet Pea's mentor, and looks like Yasmin is about to be Haley's mentor. So, like, they have people
Yeah.
under their wing. And I wonder if they're going to bring in somebody else to kind of, I guess, be there for Harper, like for her to kind of bounce off
I
of.
hope so.
I wonder if they're going to bring Jesse Bloom,
I really
for
hope
example.
so. They mentioned his name, that I think his
Yeah.
CIO or someone was in the press conference.
Yeah. Or
I
maybe
feel
it's going to
in
be.
two minds about that. I feel like in some part, yeah, he is a worthy opponent for her, but at the same time, I'm kind of over him and his wahala and his story.
Yeah,
Like, it was
I
great,
feel you on that.
but then it ended, and I'm like, why would he come back to do what? We need
Yeah.
someone new. We need some new energy.
Honestly, do you think we're at a point in the show where we need new energy? Because that's a new story, new everything. I feel there's more we can
Yeah.
work with season 1 through 4 and these characters. And a new villain
I mean-
isn't like, I don't know. Because even like with I don't know, the new folks from Pierpoint, I can't remember what country they came from. I felt like we're going to, get like, okay, what's this new storyline going to look like with these new people that own Pierpoint now? But we didn't have any of that. But apparently, because like, based off of the next, like, what's happening in the next episode that we got the sneak peek on, we're going to have Pierpoint as a huge thing again,
Yeah, that's true.
which
Yeah.
is interesting. So I feel like everything is just more so like a circle. Everything's going to come back to like, okay, back to basics, not necessarily a new villain, especially for Harper to spar with. Because
I don't know. I
uh,
think it could be a bit of both, because there's always going to be multiple storylines. But in the way that Whitney was a new villain and it worked out quite well, I don't see why they wouldn't try that again.
and we're not done with that story. That's what I'm saying. It's too soon for
I want to
there
be done with it.
Me too, because Whitney makes my skin crawl, but I don't think
Like,
I need don't just leave me hanging with Whitney. I need, like something to happen
We
to
need
him.
resolution. Yeah.
I need to, oh
Agreed.
my God, he just came and tormented me this whole season. Like from season 1, I'm like, yeah, this guy would terrify me. And mind you, he's not like someone that has one eye, big lip, big nose. This is just a man. I'm just like the evil in your aura is crazy. So I need like Whitney's story to like circle like complete. It should be complete. It shouldn't be like, oh, this guy just ran away. No, it's too soon for that.
So the thing is, we're definitely going to see him. Like, we're definitely going to see him in episode 7.
Yeah.
The question I guess I have at this point is how much we're going to see him. Like, if that's just going to be, if we see him kind of making his exit, or if he's kind of just here to stay in the show, I suppose. Because I know that in the next episode, and this is clear from, the preview that HBO released as well, that they're going to be kind of sparring. And I mean Harper and Yasmin. They're going to be sparring. They're going to actually meet. I'm pretty sure Yasmin is going to actually check out the Stern Tower offices. I'm not sure what she's looking for there, but she's going to be there, and she's going to kind of have to confront these people. But I know also that, now that Henry is at his lowest point again, Alexander Norton is probably going to have to come in. So we're going to be seeing him. And I wonder if Yasmin is going to be able to, stick with him. Like, AJ, you're saying that the marriage is going to survive. Emike, you don't think the marriage is going to survive. I think that it's probably going to be something in between where they're going to try to keep it, but maybe something goes wrong. So I'm not entirely sure what that something would be. And I do hope Henry doesn't harm himself, because that would be quite grim. But I think Yasmin is sort of tired of taking care of him on some level.
Yeah.
And maybe now she's going to start looking towards, I guess, one of the older relationships that she has in the show, which is her relationship with Harper. And for the other characters, Sweet Pea, Kwabena, even Jennifer Bevan, the MP, right? They probably have a lot of things that they're going to need to say and use to fill up space in the episode now that, things are winding down. Like we've said, we're probably not seeing Eric, right? But we will be seeing like Whitney. I just don't know how he's going to be interacting with people, and if he still has any power. Like, is he going to, recommend an exit? Is he actually exiting? Like, is he just trying to finish things off before going? Or was that kind of something that the show planted in front of our eyes? Like, just so we think he might not come back.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I guess we'll see. But yeah, I think he will see things through, whichever way it turns out for him. He doesn't seem like a runner.
Doesn't seem like a runner, real.
I guess one other thing I want to ask you guys before we kind of close off is, do you miss Peer Point?
Yes, I do. I can't lie. I miss
they're Almirage Peer Points now, but yeah.
Oh, I know. I don't know what like it's going to look like, but I do miss like foundations. Like, let them go back. Like, everyone, we're just kids and we're happy. We're looking at screens. We're wearing our corporate. We're just like kids, and now there's a killer on the loose. What do you mean? Let's just walk with numbers. And then Rishi doesn't have legs anymore. Like, Eric is probably going to prison. Like, I don't know what Rob is doing, but like, I'm getting emotional, guys. I need Pierre Point back.
Okay, so
imagine Rob coming back as some like hedge fund
in my heart
guy
that Rob is going to come back. Like, I feel it so deeply. Like, they will do it for me. If not for anyone, for me.
In fact,
they're writing back in season 5.
To really complete the Nollywood arc, Rob has to come back with money. Serious money. And then he has to snatch. Like, Yasmin basically is going to have this whole dilemma. Like, oh, do I stay with Henry or do I go back to Rob, the person who I actually loved, now that he has money? Because the whole thing was that he didn't have the status.
Actually loved?
I thought she did. Well, whatever it was, but she seemed to actually... She would have been happier with him than with Henry. That's for sure.
No.
And you see her
remember
crashing
they had
out.
that ride now remember that ride she took with Rob,
And
where
then they
Rob
saw
went
the
into the
person.
convenience store.
Yeah.
She wanted to throw up. She's like, this is not the life for me.
But now she wants to throw up
like,
again.
no, I'm not going to be happy.
This is also not the life
But
for
she
her.
has money.
But that's what I'm saying.
she has
Imagine Rob
money.
coming back. Like, I understand why she made the decision she made at the
Oh,
time.
with money,
I'm saying
okay.
if Rob comes back with money from all this, is like, I don't know, what's he doing, VC? Let's say he's
I
now
would be all for it,
blown.
but
Then that would be a story.
me, I've always been a Harper and Rob shipper. Like, I felt Harper and Rob were
Really?
meant to be endgame. So nothing concerned me and Rob and Yaz, not gonna lie. It was always meant to be Harper.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Harper she's just a a lover girl that her head is hard. But she's a lover girl and she really liked Rob. She genuinely
Lover
did.
girl, really?
Yeah. Yeah. She just has she's very
She wants to be taken
complicated.
care of. She does.
She wants to be
yeah.
taken care of. She's a baby girl. Please.
She likes intimacy. Like, yeah. I wouldn't say she's a
She
lover
just can't
girl, but
face
she
it.
does value intimacy.
Yeah.
So why does she, essentially stave off every advance from every potential intimate partner?
Because it's scary.
Because they do disappoint.
She's avoidant.
She's seen the
They do be
disappointment
disappointing. Yeah.
too many times now.
They showed her shaking.
Even Kwabena, like,
Okay. Do you think there's any hope for her and Kwabena's relationship?
God
No.
forbid. I'll take that one to
One thing
prayers.
about my girl, she's
No.
not a fool.
What?
She is not a fool.
Calcium. God
Premium.
forbid.
Crazy.
Premium calcium. No, in Ghana, you're opening your mouth to say premium calcium. Don't.
AJ, you're personally offended by this.
I was offended. Ew.
I mean, as someone who has spent the better part of my life in London, I wasn't surprised, I'll say that.
Wow.
But
that is so sad.
Wow. That's
nothing shocking about that at all.
That is painful. So what you try to say, that you've seen your fair share of Kwabenas in life?
Working in banking in London, have I seen my fair share of Kwabenas? Yes, absolutely.
Oh my Lord.
Absolutely.
I'm
Fair
so sorry
enough.
you have to go through that.
Oh, it's
my
okay,
God.
girl. I don't have to. Partly because I'm in Lagos now, but, I also left banking. And also, I was just
I see how
unlooking.
she's glowing. She
That's what
found
you can
peace.
do.
You
Yeah,
see, we're meant to be home in our roots and glow and be at peace with who we are, not in London. They'll now come and tell you, oh yeah, blue eyes, blonde hair. From a
What's your
black man's
type?
mouth.
One time, someone said dark was his type. And then I pushed further and he meant dark hair and olive skin. And this is a black man in finance I was talking to at the time. I remember just thinking oh, you guys cannot make it. You can't make it.
Wow. Wow.
No hope.
Wow.
No
Nope.
hope. Wow. Okay.
Wait, is Kwabena the only black man in...
We had Gus
In the season?
Who?
before.
Oh, no, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. David Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was also
I didn't miss
DVD.
him.
Oh, yeah.
DVD
there was
also.
DVD,
Oh, but he
yeah.
was American, yeah.
Yes. I suppose you can also count Harper's brother, the one time we saw him.
One time we saw him.
Yeah, Kwabena, well, I don't know. I don't know what's next for him, but I guess he'll be all right regardless. They should just, as long as he's making money, he's free, right? Rishi style. So I guess that's probably a good place to cut it for now. We have a lot to look forward to. I do think that Harper and Yasmin are going to court some kind of reconciliation. I don't know if they'll actually reconcile, but I know that they're probably going to talk in a way that they haven't in a long time. And I think that there's a sense of protection that they have over each other. I think Yasmin is probably going to have some kind of realization that, oh, Harper was actually trying to protect me when she showed up to the tender offices in episode 6. Maybe I should listen to her more.
I feel like she's already had that realization. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just wonder how that's going to work out for Henry. Because on some level, I don't know if it's fair. Because they're in this situation with Whitney because she pushed Whitney onto him, right? And I know she was trying to do something good for him, but this whole thing is kind of her fault. Like, we shouldn't forget that.
No.
She was trying to do something good for her.
No.
Oh, so you don't
Through
think she
him.
was even trying to like help
Yes.
him get out of his
She
the state that he
was,
was
Because she
in?
needed
but-
him out of it.
But selfishly. And then she was pushing Whitney onto him professionally.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Not-
saying. No,
Yeah, but it's
I mean
like-
professionally, like the situation that they are in professionally now, like what's going to happen.
Yeah, oh yeah, true. But then it was because, okay, at least do something.
Yeah.
Although selfishly, but it was more so, you know what, babes, like, do something. Let's get out of this house. Like, this is a way up. This is a way back, rather, I should say. But it was like, I don't think we should pin everything on her that, okay, you're the one that carried this man, brought this guy my way. What's more so, I need to help you and myself, because obviously I don't want to be taking care of you at home. But yeah, I feel like most of it is because sometimes Henry will say something or do something and you're like, oh, he's actually very competent. And then he will say something and do something and you're like, oh yeah, he's actually very oblivious to everything. Like, he's just being used as like a pawn and Whitney is just moving him around. So I feel like Henry also has to take ownership to this mud they're in right now. But
This muck.
we'll see. This
Um,
mud.
honestly, it reminds me of a conversation that we've been having, right? On the podcast regarding industry about humanity and how the characters always stop right before they can truly reach it. Like, they're falling short of their humanity. It's like, okay, what can we really do here? I feel like maybe Harper is now starting to truly come to terms with the idea of accepting or embracing her own humanity. You know, losing Eric, you know, I guess losing Kwabena, losing her mom. Maybe she's going to try and be a bit more empathetic. I think we're starting to see a little bit of that with how she's treating Sweet Pea, though she was very scary at the end of episode 5.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like for Henry, you know, he is trying to embrace his humanity, but obviously he's an addict, right? And there are certain things that are preventing him from truly getting there. He needs support, but I don't know if Yasmin is as willing to provide the exact kind of support he needs anymore, because maybe she feels like she is now kind of in too much danger / inconvenience. I don't know. But yeah, I guess any final thoughts?
I'm nervous about industry now. I feel like I'm watching...
Are you afraid that someone else is going to have their wife shot in front of them?
Oh.
No, not
Okay, not that kind
I feel
of
like
nervous.
we've seen that. No, not
Okay.
that kind of nervous. More, I feel like they're really pushing the boundaries, which could be great. They could push the boundaries and enter some new terrain that's like beautiful, or it could be like pulling a rubber band and like letting go could be disastrous. And so I'm just like, because they're thinning out the cast that we know. The storyline can only go so far. I'm happy that we're off the trading desk. I feel like only so much could have come from staying on the trading desk. You can only have so many scenarios. I mean, obviously they could have made it entertaining, but I like that they've progressed and taken on a new challenge. But a lot is happening very quickly and it's chaos. And it's good chaos. I'm enjoying watching it. Obviously, it's my current best show because Succession obviously has ended. But I'm just nervous about... I trust them. I know they will stick the landing. I'm worried about what happens after this season because I don't want to get bored of my favorite show right now.
Real.
I feel like it would have been great to just... This would have been such a good goodbye, the way things are going. Like, Harper on top... Everything, like, people who need to have left the cast have left. Everyone gets some kind of weird character arc that, as you said, embracing their humanity, but actually, in theory, embracing it, but in reality, embracing like the darkest parts of it for a lot of them. It's like, it would have been an interesting way to leave things ambiguously, but now, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm nervous. So let's see.
Yeah, we will see. Oh,
I think for me, I just want to give Ken Leung his flowers. Amazing run.
Yes.
Excellent
100%.
run. Amazing man. I'm so happy for him. And if he doesn't get that Emmy nomination, best believe.
I want him to win.
I hope
I
he
don't know what
does.
I would do, but I would do something. But at least a nomination. Like, this is crazy. Like, at
Emmys
least a
beware.
nomination. Like, they need to beware because I can do stuff. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
girl.
on that note, thank you all
Well,
for
thank you
listening
very much, everybody.
up until this point. Thank you, Emike. Thank you, AJ, for your insights. And I guess I might as well thank Bankole and Ayo too, because their brains are working somewhere in the universe at this exact moment. We're going to be covering episode 7 right here, right after it airs. When episode 8 is right around the corner, we'll be back here on the trading desk for that. And in the meantime, you can listen to everything else we're covering. We are also talking about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Some of us are hurt, and some of us are fine. But I think in the end, the show will do exactly what it's supposed to do. And it'll be a really good one. But